How do you feel about gender constantly being brought up when noting your successes?
I think games are for everyone. If you're a kid, if you're in your teens, if you're an adult, if you're like a senior, whoever you are, to me, gaming, it's like reading a book. You're not gonna say, books aren't for me. It's like, you just haven't found a book you like.
It's another form of media.
Exactly. And so that's always kind of been my goal, to show people that when I achieve anything and people relate it to my gender, I take it as a win for my gender, essentially. And actually, I remember when I hit 1 million followers on Twitch, the thing that made me the happiest about that milestone was not just that I hit 1 million followers on Twitch, it was that a woman hit 1 million followers on Twitch.
Do numbers affect you? Do you have your view count on?
Oh no. Honestly, at this point I should, but I have it off all the time. To me, I was like, I don't want to treat my audience differently if I have 50 viewers or 5,000 viewers. I think this came from a decision I kind of made when I was watching a certain streamer, and he said something along the lines of like, oh my god, there's only 1,000 people watching, like, I'm gonna dip. And I remember feeling like, oh, like, I feel bad for all these people watching,
Right.
whose time you essentially just disregarded. There are thousands of individual human beings who decided that you were worth their time in that moment. That's crazy.
Do you feel that pressure to constantly either maintain or climb in viewers and sub count and followers?
I think I just do my best to not let it impact me too much, in the sense that if I'm going to make a decision, I take a moment and think, am I doing this because I like it or because it's fun? Or am I doing it for the numbers? Once you cross a certain threshold as a Twitch streamer, your viewership depends on how many hours you stream. I can't be an 18-hour Andy every day. I cannot.
Oh, like Hassan?
Is he alive? Is he okay? Someone check on that man.
Do you have fear of losing it all?
Not really. If people like weren't interested in what I had to say, I would just be like, okay, and I'll just move on and do something else. And especially initially, like,
Okay. But well, this finally works.
everything will fall apart if you only have one pillar, of course.
Well. Kind of turn that off. There we go.
This guy came up to me. He's like, oh my god, Pokey, do you want to see a magic trick? And I was like, hell yeah. He started shuffling. You know how they shuffle?
Just like that.
And he's like, like when you first start gaining traction, you're like, I could lose this at any point, and you feel like you have to work really hard and do all these things. And I think that's to some extent good for motivation, but long term, you feel trapped in that
Dude.
pressure. So what I did to combat that was just work really hard on my personal relationships. Even if, like, worst case scenario, everybody on the internet decided to wake up and hate me tomorrow. Well, at least I'll still have my best friend and my 2 cats and my family, and like I will go live in that happy bubble, you know, as a human kind of should.
I think it's tempting though to feel like if.
I was like,
Oh!
what, you think I did it?
Wow, so disappointed.
You think I did it?
Yeah,
You think I'm that easy? No.
Of course.
But I had to give him props. I was like, you had a creative idea behind it. Okay, okay.
Have you dealt with
I wish
any
you gave him password.
super creepy, any like stalkers?
I've received so many scary texts if someone finds your number and they're like, we're gonna send someone out to essay you, to do this, to do that. I'm gonna find your family. People have have said the worst of the worst thing, and that's why I have 3 different
My
phone
God.
numbers. There was a guy who
Sorry.
showed up to our neighborhood and was just like walking around looking for us. And he came across my roommate and he was like, "Oh, like I know you. You need to take me to Pokey. Like we're meant to be. I came down here for her." My roommate texts us and he's like, "This guy is like walking around looking for Pokey." I remember when I first heard and I didn't know what was going on. Like this random
Okay.
guy is walking around our neighborhood and he flew down here from somewhere to find me.
And he's asking for you by name.
I was streaming at the time. I ran to my door, I locked it, and I streamed all night because I was like, if this guy finds me and tries to do something scary, at least, you know, I'll be streaming so people will see what happens.
At least it'll be
so
documented on
scared.
the internet
Yes,
forever.
I know. How kind of crazy of me, but you know. I try to do what I can to have like reasonable security precautions. If I'm gonna live in an apartment, it's a place with like 24/7 security, with like front door service. You cannot get to certain rooms without a fob, like things like that. That's why I haven't invested in like real estate or looked into really getting a house, because that's like a commitment.
Give her credit or
And
not,
what if
Pokemon
that
is smart.
house address gets leaked? You're done for.
Yeah.
So I just move lease to lease to different places,
You have to be ready to pack up and move if if
Exactly,
your
yeah.
number or address
which
gets leaked.
sucks commitment wise, but
Yeah.
the security is kind of worth it.
This is
Whoa, wait, you date people? I've seen articles that are like, oh, Poke's dating this person. Is she dating this person? Why would you talk about her dating life?
them all. Which sucks commitment wise.
People want to know about your dating life.
Blankos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn, and sell NFTs.
Dating.
I am a 25-year-old who's interested in people.
Whoa, wait, you date people? I've seen articles that are like, oh, Poke's dating this person. Is she dating this person? Why would she talk about her dating
I'm
life?
dating them all.
People want to know about your dating life. Do you purposely keep that separate?
I had seen so many instances where people would try to accredit a female streamer's success to their male partner in the industry. Like, yeah, that's just this person's girlfriend. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna date anyone publicly ever, so
Wait, I gotta turn up like the mic volume because you guys can't hear me. Test 1 2. Test. Okay, is the volume on the mic on the above away? Yeah, it is. All right, test 1 2. Good. We are good. Please no trolling, guys. Please keep this PG. I'm not gonna show my face anymore. I don't want to get bullied for that.
anything that I do accomplish cannot be accredited to anyone else but myself. And now that I've grown, it's become more so like kind of a different issue where it's like I am so in the public eye, even if I were to be in a
I know this is getting kind of boring, but believe me, I don't care. Listen, you guys don't have to watch if you don't want to. I'm just doing this for fun.
relationship, that person would need to be okay with also being in the public eye. And that's a lot to ask of people. Maybe someday I'll feel comfortable enough and I would need to make sure that my partner doesn't care too. Like that's a big question mark
Yeah,
in that regard.
What is next for Pokimane?
Any crumbs?
You got a little crumb? Feed me, mommy. You're not mommy.
Actually, you're hungry, so
I am
you
pretty
do.
hungry, so I am saying feed me, mommy to someone. But it's not you, I promise.
I did start a channel called Iman, I-M-A-N-E, where, as I said, I just like post whatever. And I feel like this is something that no matter how involved I am in like streaming and gaming, no matter what, this is an outlet for me to like connect with people and kind of showcase myself. I recently started
how you
like
guys feel about me on the
management kind of firm.
For
but
other streamers?
we help guide them through the process. We help events, experiences, all of that.
What is it about doing what you do that brings you the most joy?
Since day one, it's always been being able to connect with other people and being able to feel like you make someone happy or that you can be a positive influence on their day. It's like there's something so gratifying about that. It's like it's because of those people and they really uplift me so much. Like the kind of sweet messages that I receive, just I've cried over those.
Okay. So we are. I'm not gonna show my face anymore. This is an announcement I gotta make right now. I feel I'm probably gonna end up taking down everything that involves my face being seen. And let me explain. Because I don't want people to know what I look like. Shit, why do I feel like I'm gonna cry when I say this? I hate my life. But yeah, I apologize if you guys don't like that. I genuinely don't care. No more face reveal. Maybe I can just switch over. There's no more face reveal.